What's going on, boys, girls, and mermaids? We got some more Johnny Somali content for you today. It's been a relative while since I've posted, by internet standards, so some of this stuff isn't exactly fresh. But if I haven't talked about it, I haven't talked about it, period. So let's get into it, shall we? As if harassing people and creating deepfakes, as well as bringing anything but comfort to comfort woman statues, wasn't enough. It seems that Johnny wants to be known as a stalker as well now. He was watching the streams of some of his kick former brethren. I use brethren in the term as they were all on the same website. I'm not saying these people were affiliated. I'm not sure if they were or not. But he went to see some kick streamers, non-consensually, shall we say, and they didn't really appreciate his presence. I want you to picture this scene. You're in a bar, having a good time, enjoying your night, and then you feel a hand on your shoulder, grabbing your attention. Someone's happy to see you. You turn around, and this is what you see.
Let's go! Boom, 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 boom! I want you in my room.
I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I know that was a very traumatic experience, but this is basically what Johnny did. He went up to them and he immediately laid hands on homeless. So obviously they don't want anything to do with him. Right from the start, Nana's like, no, go away, go away. She says it jokingly, but her repulsion is evident in her body language. And homeless, that other streamer guy, he's just saying, hey man, get the hell out of here right now. He's not having any of Johnny's bullcrap. None of it whatsoever. Now, because it's Johnny Somali we're talking about, although he's very cowardly, he still thinks the world revolves around him. He's very stubborn. That's the only good thing I can say about him, is he's very stubborn, and that's a good quality, but not when it comes to Johnny. You gotta be stubborn to get what you want, but if you push too far, you're gonna get what you never wanted in the first place. Which Johnny has not learned yet. Honestly, he probably never will. Like, if a beating or two or three is not enough to smack the clout out of his brain, then it's clear he has a terminal online illness. Sir Johnny even breaks a bottle of wine or something, and homeless, he gets annoyed about this. He's like, look what you did, bro, you broke a bottle. But while most people will be like, oh, my bad, I better go pay for it. And I was like, who cares? Because of course he doesn't. I think that's a huge red flag when someone destroys something right in front of you, and when you complain about it, they're like, I don't care. So this all culminates in the two streamers leaving, effectively having business driven out. The store owners aren't too happy with Johnny either. And later on, they go to the police station and they file a report. Now, Johnny doesn't exactly want any more charges against him. He's not smart, not at all, but he at least has some semblance of common sense as to try and fight things. The only problem is he tries to fight them on his terms, and that just doesn't work. Not at all. Not at all. So here we have Johnny and Hank in a love hotel calling the cops to talk about things from their side. And this is the problem, because these guys did everything wrong here, as always. So at this point, the other streamers had already gone to the police station and even filmed themselves entering it and possibly even filing the report. So they at least understand, these two idiots understand, that this is more charges against them, and that's no bueno. Like, that's not good at all for them. So this is what they try and do. Hank, who again is basically Johnny's Robin. We can get this guy those French panties from the 60s and then he'll fit right in them. Now, he tries to lawyer things because he is Johnny's bootleg legal consultant. And as always, whenever he tries to lawyer things, he only makes them worse. Because you see, the thing about Hank Hong Jong Yu is he thinks he knows the law, but he really doesn't. This guy is about as smart as a fish. Actually, that's an insult to the fish, in fact. So here they are, they're basically saying, well, them streaming inside the police station, that's a crime. And the cops, they're like, no, it ain't. Well, us following them isn't a crime. That's stalking, man. It's just really funny how the situation played out. As always, they even try and flip the charges against the streamers, which is some real backwards logic. Like, imagine punching somebody and then claiming to be the victim. That's basically what they did here. It's laughable.
You hiding with a mask. Hit better next. Hit better next time. Should we follow him out or let him go? Let him go? You're a come here and talk. Come talk. Come talk. Come talk. Come here. Yo, come.
Now, this is just a clip that I believe encapsulates the nature of Johnny Somali perfectly. He's like, come talk, come talk. And the moment the guy starts to run back up to him, because this guy punched him and called him a filthy... So the moment he comes to talk to him, or beat him again, like, this does not look like the body language of a man who just wants to talk. Johnny, ever the guy to stand on principle, immediately hides behind the railing, or whatever this is. And the moment the guy de-aggroes, he's like, yeah, that's what I thought. So, what does Johnny want? And what's going to happen to him at this point? These are the two really spicy questions at the moment. Let's start with his desires.
But I honestly don't think I'm a bad person. I want to come back to kick.com. I want to stream on Kick again. I want to move past this.
How do you expect to get unbanned on the platform if you're taking shit too far?
But you have to learn from your mistakes. I'm a man to know when I'm wrong. I want to move on from this. I want to come back to Kick. I want to make content. I love streaming. I want to move on, and I want to reform, and I want to change, and I want to come back to Kick.
Why would I want to help you? I would never help you. I don't like you. What is your goal here? You're trying to get unbanned on Kick. It's not going to happen.
Why?
Because you are the reason Kick looked really
I'm the only one. I'm the only person.
in Asia, yeah. The goal that you're trying to accomplish is not going to happen.
Listen, it might. It might.
Well, how about you start with reforming yourself first?
And you think there's a chance for me to get back on Kick? That's all I'm asking for. A chance. A second chance. A second chance.
I mean, you are literally on trial right now.
But what if I get found not guilty and go home and everything's good?
Then you can work on your reform.
And there's a chance for me to be on Kick again?
You need to put in a lot of work to change opinions.
Okay.
Because obviously right now that would never happen.
So, if you don't know, this is Ice Poseidon, another Kick streamer. I want to make it clear right off the bat, there's nobody to root for here.
Because you are the reason Kick looked really...
I'm the only one.
He is every bit as morally reprehensible as Johnny Somali is. He has no room to talk. He has no room to preach. He has no room to judge. And even he said it himself that he doesn't care what Johnny did. All he cares about is the fact that he made Kick look bad. So it's purely an optics thing, which with all that Johnny's done, if you can only be disgusted by the fact that he made your streaming site look bad, it really shows how sick you are as a person too. But this is what Somali wants. This is what Ramzi Khalid Ismail desires most in life. This is probably one of the only times you can ever be sure that he's been honest. He wants to go back to Kick. He wants to start streaming with all his little monster friends. That's what he wants. Now, what state is Johnny in right now? Well, he's going to jail. Like, he's actually been sentenced time. And surprisingly enough, moving forward with the case, he has a paid lawyer on top of his court-appointed one. Now, I find this to be pretty interesting, because where the hell did he get the money? But he does have a paid lawyer. It's probably not going to help any. In fact, in some ways, it's just going to jumble up the case even even more, because now Johnny's gonna have to split up the work between the court-appointed one and the paid one. I'm not sure, but I suspect the paid lawyer is here for the deepfakes, since that seems to be, and rightfully so, the crime that Johnny is most concerned about. I personally am not sure how far Johnny is from being done with all his court dates. He won't be able to start his time until he gets through all that. But they've been mixing in cases from the Eastern District with his Western District as a means of just getting it over. Most notably the deep fakes. So that's an update on the Johnny Somali situation. It's going to be interesting to see what he does next and what happens next. But yeah, that's about it. Catch you later.